Could you please explain to me a bit about your situation where your house was robbed?
Yeah, sure. So we were robbed over a period of 5 to 6 different times during the day. The robber would wait for my sister to leave for school and for my parents to leave for work, and they broke in, took everything that we had. We changed the locks, but they still got in, put an alarm code in, still couldn't catch them.
Did you have security cameras?
Yeah, we got them installed after the first time that we were robbed, but they didn't seem to work because the robber knew where they were hiding somehow and hid his face.
So what happened once you got burgled? Did you contact the police?
Yeah, so straight away, the first time we had no alarm, so we didn't know until Mum and Dad came back home and the glass had been shattered, and they obviously took the TVs, Xbox, jewellery, seriously everything you could think of. And after this time, we got the alarm system put in, and then that's when the next time we called the police straight after. But they actually couldn't get to the scene quick enough, and they said that it wasn't their top of priority.
Do you feel like it should have been a high priority for them?
Yeah, I think it should have been, because there was a police officer nearby, but he said that it's too late, and he said, how do we know that someone's in the house? And Dad said it's because the alarm went off, but no one went around still. And Dad, being an ex-copper too, said that back in the day, if the alarms went off and there was a robber, they would all chase there and hope to catch someone.
So, do you think that the police handled the situation well?
Not the second time. The third time they did, as it had been the third time. But they definitely could have handled it better by getting there quicker and taking it more seriously, because we just had to keep getting insurance claims every single time, and we lost a lot of money.
Had the camera footage helped with the situation? Did you ever identify him through camera footage?
We didn't get a clear image of his face. However, the police were able to identify that he was a male, his height and hair colour. He was a ginger, so it was quite easy to, point him out to people. And the neighbours, saw him in the park and reported it to the police. But he was never actually caught. But we know at least what he looks like now and scared him off.
How had the robberies affected you and your family?
Personally, it just made me quite scared to be home alone, even if it was during the day, as it was actually happening during this time. So I was quite scared just to be home alone, because what if I was home when he came in? I don't know if it would have got violent or if he would have just ran away. And also it's just quite sad that all the personal belongings, like Mum's jewellery and just personal items had been taken.
Yeah, why do you think that he burgled your house during broad daylight when your neighbours that were around?
I think because he must have been watching our house from the park, because we live by a park, and he must have known what time of day we weren't there, and so it was probably easier for him to come in, steal our things, and just look like, one of the neighbours or a family friend or something, rather than sneaking around at night time.
Yeah. And were you shocked to find out that it was during the day?
I'm not really familiar with burglaries, so I was actually just shocked in general that we were robbed and that it happened 6 times and that he wasn't caught at all, especially when it was during the day. You'd think that it's quite obvious with a man running around with a TV.
Do you feel as though the police could have found an alternate way to helping find the robber, such as fingerprints? Or...
They did take fingerprints, but just they run it through the system and nothing came up. So it must have been someone that hasn't been caught before. I'm not sure how else they could have really, maybe just responding to our call quicker, because as soon as the alarm went off, Dad was notified of it and he contacted the police straight away. And they said that they had other things to do. So I think if they had more people out there who could stop the crimes.
Do you feel as though it's necessary for there to be more cameras or more police involved in helping?
I don't think it was anything to do with the cameras, because we got all the new high-tech, security systems and everything. And somehow he still managed to steal things 5, 6 different times. So I think it would have been the police that could have done more about it, or the neighbours maybe helping out a little bit more, because they heard the alarms going off and didn't really do too much about it.
Do you know if the police put a photo out to the public or something to help?
Not that I'm aware of, because they couldn't clearly identify him. And then I don't know about the laws, but I don't think you can put a photo out of someone they think it is unless they're sure. So I don't think they could have. They could have maybe given out a description of, look out for this male, and put it around the neighbourhood so that any other neighbours could identify him.
Interesting. Thank you.